The United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world, with a diverse population, a strong democracy, and influence in nearly every aspect of global politics, economics, science, and culture. In the 20th century, the United States played a major role in global affairs. It fought in World War I and World War II, emerging as a world superpower. After World War II, it entered a Cold War with the Soviet Union, a rivalry that lasted until the Soviet collapse in 1991. From a land once ruled by powerful native civilizations to a nation that became the world's leading superpower, the story of America is nothing less than a thrilling journey of struggle, courage, freedom, and ambition. It is a tale of how 13 small colonies rose against the most powerful empire of the time and built a country that today influences the entire globe. Let us walk through the incredible history of how America was born and how it became what it is today. America's history is long and complex, stretching thousands of years before it officially became the United States. Originally, long before Europeans arrived, the land was inhabited by Native American tribes. These indigenous peoples had rich cultures, traditions, and civilizations, such as the Iroquois, Cherokee, Sioux, Apache, Navajo, and many more. Some regions had advanced societies like the Mississippian culture, which built large cities and trade networks. In 1492, Christopher Columbus reached the Americas while sailing for Spain, though he landed in the Caribbean and not North America. After that, European powers like Spain, France, the Netherlands, and England began exploring and colonizing different parts of the continent. Spain controlled much of the South and West. France settled in Canada and along the Mississippi River, and the English established colonies along the Atlantic coast. The English colonies grew rapidly. By the 1700s, there were 13 colonies under British control. The people living in these colonies developed their own identity and began to resent British rule, especially because of taxes and trade restrictions without representation in Parliament. Tensions eventually led to the American Revolution in 1775. The colonies declared independence on July 4, 1776, with the Declaration of Independence written by Thomas Jefferson. After years of fighting, the colonies defeated Britain with the help of France, and in 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the United States of America as an independent nation. The new country faced challenges in building a government. In 1787, the U.S. Constitution was written, creating a federal government with 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. George Washington became the first president in 1789 during the 1800s. The United States expanded westward in a movement called Manifest Destiny. The Louisiana Purchase from France in 1803 doubled the nation's size. Later, land was gained through treaties, purchases, and wars, including the Mexican-American War, which gave the U.S. territories like California and Texas. However, expansion brought conflict, especially over slavery. The northern states opposed slavery, while the southern states depended on it for their economy. This tension led to the American Civil War from 1861 to 1865. The Union North fought against the Confederacy South. The Union's victory ended slavery, and President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing enslaved people. After the Civil War, America entered the Industrial Revolution, becoming a global economic power. Millions of immigrants came from Europe and Asia seeking opportunity. Native Americans, however, were forced off their lands into reservations. In the 20th century, the United States played a major role in global affairs. It fought in World War I and World War II, emerging as a world superpower. After World War II, it entered a Cold War with the Soviet Union, a rivalry that lasted until the Soviet collapse in 1991. Domestically, the country went through major social changes. The civil rights movement in the 1950s and 1960s fought against racial segregation and discrimination, leading to greater equality for African Americans. The U.S. also saw movements for women's rights, workers' rights, and more freedom for different social groups. In recent history, America has been a leader in technology, economy, and culture, but has also faced challenges like wars in the Middle East, terrorism, especially after the September 11, 2001 attacks, political divisions, and social justice issues. Today, the United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world, with a diverse population, a strong democracy, and influence in nearly every aspect of global politics, economics, science, and culture. The history of America as a superpower. If you enjoyed this journey through America's history, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories from the past.